The New York Giants OTAs have come to an end, and as soon as the dust settled, we already have names that surprised everyone. And it wasn't just a good performance, no. There was a pick six, a 50-yard reception, a veteran reviving his career, and a warm, defying hierarchies. It's like they say, nobody wins a spot in June, but a lot of people start to lose space around here. The weather is heating up, and with training camp on the way, everything that happened during these workouts can either become fuel or a problem. Do you want to know who shone, who fell, and who can change the course of the season? Then stay with me until the end. 2. Introduction. Hello, passionate New York Giants fan. This is your name, and today is list day, but one that sparks debate. Let's talk about the biggest winners and losers of the OTAs, always with that look of someone who lives the day-to-day of the team with their heart in their hand. And before playing the full analysis, leave your like, because this really helps the channel to grow in the blue community. Comment below, who was the player that excited you the most during spring training? Subscribe too, because we will continue to follow everything. Preseason, cuts, depth chart, and, yes, towards week 1, OTAs are practices with no pads, no heavy contact, but full of mental, technical, and tactical tests. And that's where the good separate from the good. With the offense still adapting, new quarterback dynamics and adjustments too. The offensive command, each repetition was evaluated under a magnifying glass. The 7x7 and 11x11 drills put wide receivers and safeties in the spotlight. And what we saw was a true silent war behind the scenes. On the defensive side, new coordinator Shane Bowen has shown a preference for packages with multiple DBs. That has opened up space for guys like Dane Belton to step up. On offense, the trio of Russell Wilson, Jalen Hyatt, and Darius Slayton has begun to build chemistry, and that could be essential for an offensive turnaround in 2024. Dane Belton was the name most mentioned by coaches, insiders, and the Giants' own website. He had 2 pick sixes in 3 practice sessions with team drills, something rare in OTAs. In addition to these impactful plays, Belton almost had a 3rd interception, which ended up slipping through his hands and falling into the attack's lap. But the reading and positioning were there. Belton is in his 4th season and knows the time is now. With Javon Holland arriving with $1 million contract and Tyler Nubin being a 2nd-round pick, the message is clear. On offense, Jalen Hyatt has become the name of the moment. Reportedly with 15 to 20 pounds more muscle, the WR has shown improvements in strength, routes, and attitude. And what's more, he had direct chemistry with Russell Wilson, including a 50-yard reception and a back shoulder play that drew applause. That's the kind of connection that changes a year. 1. Dane Belton intercepting and returning for a TD twice in a row? That's not just a highlight reel. It's a message to the coordinator. Put me on the field. 2. Hyatt rising to the next level with the trust of the coach, the quarterback, and his teammates. When a WR starts to be trusted, everything changes. 3. Russell Wilson playing at another level compared to other QBs. Accuracy, touch, and command. Wan'Dale Robinson said, his passes fall like a pillow. 4. The defensive line also deserves to be highlighted. Burns, Thibodeau, and even rookie Abdul Carter destroyed the OLs, causing fights in training. 5. And in command, Mike Kafka seems to be taking over play calling again. He called all the plays in the OTAs and can bring offensive stability to the team. Dane Belton has impressive numbers for someone who has never been a regular starter. 5 interceptions, 11 passes deflected, and 4 fumble recoveries in 49 games. Hyatt was a source of frustration in 2023, asking for a trade and getting lost in training, but now he seems to have found his focus and explosiveness again. Russell Wilson, underrated after his bad times in Denver, seems to have rediscovered the rhythm that made him a Pro Bowler for 9 years. Kafka could be the missing piece to give the attack its own identity. If the play calling is consistent, the team could surprise early on. And the defense? With Belton, Holland, Nubin, Banks, and Adebo. If they fit, this group could revive the name that made history. NYPD, New York Pass Defense. Now, I want to hear from you, Giants fan. Who was the real standout from these OTAs? Belton, Hyatt, Russ, or someone else? Do you think Belton can be a starter even with tough competition? And Hyatt, is he ready to become WR1 if Neighbors stays out? Leave your opinion here in the comments because I want to put together the official list of hype leaders with you. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell. The season is going to be on fire and we'll follow every step. Together, go Giants! And until the next video with more excitement, information, and, of course, that pinch of healthy fan madness, the team feels it. and responds on the field. Subscribe to the channel, activate the bell, and get ready. Because the season is just beginning, and the New York Giants are ready to write a new epic chapter. And we will follow every play, every step, every victory. Go Giants! Precise that even the veterans stopped to applaud. It was one of those plays that makes you wonder. Are we witnessing the emergence of a star? Another notable point was his attitude outside of the schedule. While the others were already in the locker room, he stayed on the field for another 30 minutes, repeating plays, fine-tuning mechanics, talking to coaches. This is more than effort, it is a winning mentality. And to top it all off, there was the moment when Saquon Barkley approached the youngster after a play and made a point of greeting him. His expression said it all. Respect. If Barkley, the face of the franchise, already recognizes this talent, the fans have every reason to be excited. Ever since Eli Manning, the Giants have been trying to find that quarterback who can lead with confidence, composure, and vision of the game. Daniel Jones has had his moments, but doubts have always hung over his consistency. And now, with this rookie gaining prominence, the debate is heating up again. The good news is that this move isn't happening in isolation. The roster is stronger and more cohesive. Barkley is healthy and hungry. Waller brings experience and explosiveness to the passing game. And the offensive line is finally showing signs of stability. On defense, Dexter Lawrence and Kayvon Thibodeau have been commanding respect like never before. The coaching staff has been meticulous, focused on a winning culture and continuous development. And if this quarterback should heat up the atmosphere even more. A game day atmosphere is expected, especially during the matches between the starting players. The Jets-Giants joint practices promise to be more intense and revealing than the preseason game itself. Many starters are unlikely to even take the field in the friendly. While in the closed and open sessions, we will see the best of each team. Whoever wins this psychological and technical battle could carry a huge boost into the regular season.